me just make sure. Cool. All right. Hi, everybody. Hopefully this is working. Like last time when I started a stream and it was private for the first few minutes. Anyway, I'm Evie Zamora and I'm here with Trixie Mattel, who you all already know, obviously. And we're going to start the Q&A. So if you have your questions, we will try to answer them. Okay.
And remember, there's no stupid questions.
No stupid
just
questions.
Stupid people.
Yes, exactly. Hold on one second. Okay. So, it's working? Okay. Sorry, I just had to ask my partner if it was working. Okay.
Can they see me?
Yes, they can see you. You can see.
Oh.
Yeah, they can see you. They can hear you. I figured out.
Welcome to my home. I'm in Milwaukee. I'm at my house in Milwaukee. That's why nothing's pink. Everybody knows my real house is all pink, but this is my second home, and the vibes here are more Wisconsin, rustic, masculine. You know.
Are you gonna ever do the walls Barbie pink like you did in your other?
No, I like that one house being all 60s LA pink, Barbie pink, and then I think my other houses I just want like more normal.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay.
But I really look out of place in this. Like I'm used to getting in drag, and then
like,
at my house I look normal.
No, but like I love that it just adds to the. I think it really adds to the aesthetic. Like you look.
Yeah, but being in like a normal environment now, I really look, displaced. But that's okay.
You look like a human Barbie doll.
Yeah. Well, it's Pride weekend here, and this is my only in drag commitment. So I'm taking the weekend off from doing drag tomorrow and the next day.
You're on a drag holiday.
Thank God, yeah. Thank God. Because I've been pre-taping Pride content since early May. Really? So I've been doing Pride for like a month now. Yeah. So I'm Pride out.
Pride really never ends for you, does it?
Every day is Pride. Pride is Disneyland, but the drag queens, for a drag queen, Pride is Disneyland, but you're the ride.
Yeah.
You are the ride.
I was thinking more like dark, like this is Black Mirror and you're trapped in it and everybody else is paying to watch or whatever.
I'm looking at everybody in the little room.
Okay. Has anybody asked, let's see, Skinny Legend?
People are just screaming Skinny Legend. There's everyone.
I mean, you're a Skinny Legend.
I was watching this before the show started. I was going, oh, it's me. Hi, everyone. And then people were going, no, you're not. You're a liar.
Because it's, yeah.
So,
because you didn't get the name Trixie Mattel because there were already like 100 people in the game who stole your name, so.
Oh, really? That's how it is on every platform. On TikTok, I was Trixie Mattel 8 for like an embarrassing amount of time.
Really? Well,
yeah.
It's like, I guess, I mean, it's flattery, right? Like.
Yeah, it's fine, whatever. I mean, it's identity theft. I have to have these people, I'll see them in court.
Okay.
I'm going to have to see every single person in a Hotel Hideaway who's Trixie Mattel. I will see you in court.
Okay, I will make sure that they know that and send them a message, just in case they're not here watching. I guess we should start the Q&A, so that
People are giving me a lot of cookies.
Yeah, because you deserve them.
Thank you.
So let's.
Somebody asked if I'm going to a Pride parade. I'm not going to any Prides this year because I think they're mostly canceled. So.
Well, next year. If you could send, Flicilo asked, if you could send a message to every drag queen, what would it be and why?
Quit while you're ahead. Go back to school. I think the message to every drag queen should be enjoy it for no money because 99.9% of us will never truly profit off of drag. So like just make sure you love it because you love it. And then if you actually make any money, then it's like a fun little surprise. But I feel that the newest generation thinks that drag is a get-rich-quick scheme. And I'm like, Mom, this wasn't even easy to make money in when there was only a few thousand of us in the United States. And now there's millions of drag queens. I'm like, it's a tough business.
I bet. If you were voicing a Pixar character, what kind of bird would it be? That's from Valhalla Rama.
What kind of bird?
Yes. What kind of bird if you were voicing any Pixar character, it would. I guess they assume that it would be a bird. What kind of bird would it be?
Yeah, I would love to do like a parakeet, like a household parakeet in like a nice green shade.
I hope somebody from Pixar is watching this because
Yeah, and
I
I
think
think
that would
that the
be really
parakeet
good.
parakeets are like weirdly smart, but also very dumb. It's like parakeets are really smart animals, but you know, they also talk to themselves in the mirror.
True.
So they're not smart, but they have weird flashes of intelligence where you're like, how is this little animal so smart? But they're mostly stupid. And I kind of relate to that.
Yeah, I relate to that too. I feel like that's how most people are, kind of. So
Yeah.
makes sense, you know, like sometimes you're on and sometimes you're off, but usually you're off. Well, that's for me, but maybe some.
Yeah. Oh, look, one of the person's avatars is sleeping.
Somebody, is that me? It's probably me.
It's probably you.
Or is it not? I don't know who it is. But anyway, yeah, it's just like if you don't move the keyboard or whatever, or if you don't if you don't tap.
I'm vibing. If you guys are watching right now, I'm going to go vibe over by the snack bar.
Enjoy.
I'm in the corner by the snack bar. There's me.
I love that. I love that for you.
Yeah, even in a game, the prospect of free food excites me. You know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, exactly. It always does. I would love some free food right now. I tried to get that from Sulaki, but they weren't going for it. So I was like, I'm up at 2 a.m. Can I have some free food? And they were like, silent.
Yeah, oh my God, people are coming over to the corner where I am in the game. Just take a screenshot. This can be your meet and greet picture.
That's so true.
Take a screenshot of us.
Let's see. I'm trying to go through the questions to see what are actually questions. You already gave the tips to people who want to.
Yeah, there's supposed to be questions, but knowing the people who follow me, it's probably a lot of like, I love you, Mom. Just like weird.
That's exactly what I'm getting here. Somebody asked if Nubivia Farah asked, do you like my outfit, Trixie? See if you can find them.
I have no way of knowing. I bet it's great.
I'm sure it's amazing. Somebody wants to make you a lasagna. That's from Injured Petals.
Wow.
Somebody wants you to write a song with them. That's from Emma Plath.
I want to make you lasagna. I love lasagna.
I eat lasagna almost every day, and it's kind of weird.
I don't blame you. When I did the marathon, it was the best thing for me because running extreme amounts of miles was the only way for me to actually burn more calories than I consume because I'm eating all the time. I'm hungry all the time.
Me too, and then I don't exercise, so it's like, you know.
Yeah.
I thought I just saw an actual question. No. Oh. Somebody asked, well, Absinthe asked, I am a teacher, high school, and I have many students who are interested in drag. Any advice for them? The Gabies.
Well, make sure you just have a really specific point of view. There's really no point in contributing to the white noise of drag by just doing something generic. So, you know, swing big, make bold choices, look different than other people, do different performances than other people, and just like have really clean references. Because if you are inspired by things that are different than other drag queens are consuming, you ultimately will make things that are different than other drag queens, you know? I mean, I don't know a single song on the radio. I don't know a single contemporary musical artist, you know, and I think it helps me write my music so I don't sound like people right now. That's all. Or like the way I look in drag, obviously I don't have the same references as other drag queens. I like, you know, like the 60s and toys, and that's, you know, just having your own references makes a big difference.
I bet. Yeah, for sure.
Because then you're not like, how am I going to be different? You just are different then. So you can't compare when you can't compete.
Yeah, you are a very unique queen. You're very memorable. So but
yeah,
I guess you already know that.
Oh, my character's sleeping. Wake up.
Yeah, they get tired pretty quickly, which is kind of relatable too. Trixie Barbie is a question from Kylie Shea. I don't know if that's actually a question. Someone else wants you to make lasagna. That's from Injured Petals. Thanks for playing Red Side of the Moon. You made this lesbian cry. That's from Hannah Zamo.
Oh my God, I never get to play that song. And we were in the middle of the concert, and I just on the whim was like, I want to play Red Side of the Moon. Because I met somebody in a professional environment who said, not to be a fangirl, I love your music. And I said, oh, thanks. And he said, I cry to Red Side of the Moon all the time. And I was like, you do? And I was like, maybe I'll play Red Side of the Moon in the show. Yeah, that's a fun little song to play. And I never play it. And then today, like in the show, when I finished playing it, I was like, I love this song. I just don't play it ever. So then when I do play it, I'm like, I love it. So thank you. I'm glad you like it.
We all like it. Do you speak more than one language?
Yeah, I speak French okay enough to like live, but like, it's in America, speaking French is like a parlor trick or something. It's really like not useful
Yeah, totally.
at all. I wish I spoke Spanish.
Yeah, I guess like maybe in like do people speak French in New Orleans, or am I making that up? Like Louisiana?
No, they speak like Creole, which is like a hybrid of French and I believe certain like African languages.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you'll have to learn Spanish then.
Yeah.
I love that you love lasagna. Do you have an inspiring muse to follow? That's from Kara.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump. I'm jumping. An inspiring muse? Yeah, there's people in my life I follow for different reasons. Like Lisa Vanderpump's an amazing businesswoman. I love talking to her about work and business. I love the B-52s. I think what they did with music, wearing wigs and writing songs that sounded so different than anything else. I mean, anybody who swings big and just like does not care, I think is so amazing. I love the Go-Go's. They're the first all-female rock band to write their own songs and play their own instruments. People just kind of like go against the mold, especially women.
You really came prepared with these answers. I think
I do a lot of interviews.
Oh, yeah.
And I get asked a lot of the same questions. So I'm always ready.
I bet. Let's see. One question I had was this is from Tough Love. If you would make your own fashion line, are you going to make your own fashion line in the future?
Some of my dresses, like these little 60s dresses kind of things that I do. That. Thank you. I think they're so universally flattering. And sometimes I'm like, would it be fun to do like annual spring summer collections, even if they're just like swimsuit cover-ups or like nighties?
I'm signing up.
We actually have swimwear. We have Trixie Mattel swimwear launching this summer. Trunks, boy shorts, one-piece women's swimsuits. It's really cool. I had like a custom 60s pink and gold and orange like 60s print made. And then it has little T's and M's in it when you look close. And so people will be able to get Trixie Mattel swimwear. Ooh. And I think when we open the motel, we'll have things like towels and caftans and stuff like that.
Wait, you're opening a motel?
Yes, I'm opening a motel in Palm Springs.
Oh my God,
it was going to be called Hotel Hideaway, but it was taken.
Oh, gosh. Well, then
I bought a motel in Palm Springs. I bought a motel in Palm Springs, and next week, in July, we start filming a renovation series about it called the Trixie Motel.
Ooh, where can we watch that?
It'll be on Discovery Plus, but it won't be on until 2022.
Oh my God, you're going to make us wait?
Yeah, well, I have to film it still. I start filming next month.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, you have to film it before it goes on TV.
God, those little things, those little details, they really get you.
Yeah, little details.
Let's see. Tell Katya I'm still waiting for her. That's from Emma Plath.
And like love, like waiting for her love. Well, she actually, I conceived of and sold a dating show about her that they announced. So there will be a show we are filming where people will compete to date Katya.
Oh my God, can I go? Can I be a
Sure. Yeah. So I can't say much about it, but let's just say that she's looking for love and we're looking for people who will be willing to compete for that love. So.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Somebody's gonna come at me in the comments for my responses being like, oh my God, that's amazing. You always say, oh my God, that's amazing. Sorry. Okay.
People are always gonna be mad.
I know. If you weren't doing drag, what would you be doing now?
I loved being a makeup artist when I was a makeup artist. I mean, look at the material. But I actually think real estate's really interesting. I think I would be good at real estate. I'm good at anything where the amount of money I make depends on my work ethic, because I love working and I always thrive in an environment where I'm in charge of how much money I make that day by how good I do my job.
I'd buy a house from you.
Yeah, and I loved buying all my properties I have, and I just always think like people being the middleman who helps match people with their needs with their dream home. I think that'd be fun and interesting. Like having somebody kind of like tell you basically about the life they want and what the house has to do to provide that. And then your job is to go basically like professional matchmake them with a home. I just think homes and houses are so interesting. Renovations are interesting to me. You know, I love stuff like that.
Is this a teaser for your next show after your
Yes, I did. I guess my next real estate show, I'll be the first drag queen real estate agent.
Oh my God.
Actually, there is a drag queen real estate agent. Her name is Chanel Devine. She's here in Milwaukee, and she's the one who sold me this house.
Oh my God. I didn't know there were like so many drag queens in Milwaukee.
Well, she doesn't like get put on a wig and show you houses. She does drag at night, and her day job is she's a real estate.
But what if she, I bet you she could make like a lot of money if she just did like the real estate and drag.
I bet she would too.
Let's see. Somebody said, "Will you come to Mexico? We love you here, Queen." And that's from Alexa Zemox Mattel.
I would love to go to Mexico. I was supposed to go a few years ago. I was supposed to go to Monterrey and then for a gig, and then the hurricane happened. So I didn't get to go, and I've never been. And Mexico is extremely close to California. Yeah. I've still never been.
Get over there.
Mick and I were talking about maybe renting a house in Mexico for our birthdays. We have similar birthdays. And then like renting like a giant house, and then a bunch of our drag queen friends all come stay there and drink and put on wigs and be gross. But that will obviously not be a public event.
Oh, I was going to ask what I have to do to get invited, but I guess it's off now.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God, sorry. My app is going crazy.
No, that's okay. There's so many questions. They're really popping off.
They really are. I knew they were preparing for this. They've been sending us.
What are your top 5 albums and artists, and how have they influenced Barbara? I'm obsessed with Fountains of Wayne. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. And the way that they write music and write lyrics and write hooks is just life-changing to me. I think they're on their own level. I love Amy Mann. I think she has a great way of, it's at the core folk music, but she writes jokes that kind of have a sense of humor to them, and she adds synthetic instruments, and she keeps a song called like You Never Loved Me. She keeps it rather light. And I always love that. Obsessed with the Go-Go's. You can hear on like We Got the Look. It almost could be like a Go-Go song on Barbara. So that's 4 artists. And then the 5th would be for Barbara. God, what was I really listening to when I wrote that? It kind of was a while ago. I'm just going to say the 4. I can't think of a 5th. But the next record, which comes out later in life, I'm already like 8 songs into it. The new record, like recorded, done. So like it's longer and bigger, and it'll come out later. And that's a lot more rock and roll. Like listen to a lot of like the Donnas and the B-52s and just like fun music. Just like music I want to put on a wig and like thrash in. Just fun music. COVID was so hard and so sad, and it really inspired me to write fun, bubbly, light music. So I'm really excited about all my new music because it's just shiny, happy music.
We love that. The world needs more shiny, happy music, I think.
I think so too. And I love doing like Red Side of the Moon. I mean, like I love melodramatic, sad music. And I sort of have that voice. Even in college, my teachers would be like, you just have one of those voices that sounds sad. Your voice works for sad songs.
I can hear that.
Yeah, it has just like I don't know, it just sounds sad. My voice sounds sad. But in a good way. I'm trying to get more into like you can hear like Blister in the Sun. That song is basically yelling. I mean, it's singing, but it's like it's more attitude than singing. And I really like doing that type of stuff where I'm just like wiggling and yelling. Like We Got the Look is so fun to play with.
Album. Are you gonna come out with a metal?
Yeah, my metal album.
What was the most... actual question for a girl boss. This is from Steph. Also, by the way, to everybody watching, there's like 7 minutes left, so get your questions in. Actual question for a girl boss. You've done many things right, but is there anything you'd do differently if you could?
Yes, there's some things I would do differently. Let's see. There's obviously fashion and makeup choices that aren't even from that long ago that I look back on and I'm like, yikes. Interpersonal relationship things, like honestly less business things and more like, like when we were making moving parts and Katya had a meltdown on set, I didn't know that was going to happen. So obviously I would have preferred to not have cameras there that day. You know what I mean? Or like, but you know, that was probably a difficult time. But as far as things I would like do over, that was like a complete flop. I've done gigs where I don't ask for enough money, and then later on I find out that another drag queen got paid like 3 times as much, and I'm like,
that's shit.
Yeah. So sometimes, you know, I work in an industry where I have to ask to be paid. And it took me a long time to figure out how to say, yeah, I'd love to do that. Can I have some money? I mean, you basically have to ask people to give you money.
This is really good advice for everybody listening because it's a really
It is, because
really
a lot of these people are probably really young.
Yeah.
In America, they don't want you to talk about your wages at work. They don't want you to know how much other people get paid. I want to know.
Exactly. It's really important.
And like, especially for young women, like, don't let people get paid more than you if it's not right. Unless they're more experienced than you or whatever, don't let it happen.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm going to leave out my commentaries so we can get to more questions. What was the most weird or funny experience with a fan? This is from Alexa X Mattel. Sorry, I'm really...
A lot of tattoos. A lot of tattoos. When I'm on tour, I probably see 5 a night tattoos, Trixie tattoos. That's always, I don't have tattoos, so that's always to me like so binding. Like, I'm like, whoa, I should?
Yeah.
No. I'm always just like, I can't believe you have me on your body forever. Like, what if tomorrow it comes out, I'm like, I don't know, a monster. Like, now I'm on your body. So now the pressure's on. I can never be a terrible person any more than I already am. And then one time in Boston, I met a girl and she fainted. She fell straight backwards, like I said hi, and she just went straight backwards, fell through the paper, like the meet and greet, step and repeat paper, fell on the ground. That was pretty crazy. And then people cry a lot. I would say every night at the meet and greet, I probably see 5 to 10 young women cry, like shaking, sobbing.
Oh my God. How do you handle that? I like can't deal with that.
I never know what to say. I mean, I don't even know what to say when my loved ones cry in front of me. So when strangers cry in front of me, I'm like, I hope you like the show. You know, like, try to keep it light.
That's what I'm going to say to people when they cry in front of me now. I'm just going to be like, I hope
yeah,
you like
but
the
you know,
show.
I don't get to experience my work. So some people, Trixie means a lot to them, and I'll never probably understand that because it's not my job to know what it's like for them to watch what I'm doing. So like, if they say it means a lot to them and it makes them cry, I mean, I believe them, you know. I don't really understand it, but how could you?
Yeah.
It's sort of like, I was just listening to an interview with Jenna Fisher, who played Pam in The Office.
Love her.
And she's doing a podcast called Office Ladies where she rewatches The Office and talks about it. And she was saying, I'm seeing a lot of this for the first time because I know the show is excellent, but I only watched it when it came out on TV. I haven't watched it again. So like when you're in the thing, you don't think it's as cool as other people think it's cool.
Yeah, totally.
She's like, I know The Office is good, but I don't like relax watching it because I'm in it. Right. You know?
Yeah.
So
I love that podcast.
I thought that was interesting that even like Pam on The Office is like, yeah, it's weird to watch it because it's not like I rewatch episodes of myself.
Yeah, totally. But have you ever rewatched Drag Race of like any of your seasons?
No, I never rewatched Drag Race, and I've never rewatched either, or Queens Who Like to Watch. Like, I'll watch and Queens Who Like to Watch the day they come out once, and then I won't watch them again.
Yeah.
But they are funny. Like, certain moments, like in the Netflix clip where I'm like, the whole hallway smells like cum. Whenever that comes up on Twitter, like a 10-second clip, I always watch that.
Yeah. Or
like sometimes weird little like reaction memes, like clips that people use as reaction videos. I'll watch that. But I'm not like, you know, my own friends are like, oh, we put you on all the time. We just let the episodes go. We just like, wow. I don't do that. But
no. I mean, that probably says something about you. That you're not.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're hilarious. But I listen to myself talk all day. So like, I don't want to hear myself talk.
What opportunity were you given that helped you first start your drag career? This is from Fish Legs.
Oh, well, I was doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show here at the Oriental Theater in Milwaukee, and that was a big deal to me to be able to have like a monthly show where I could You know, I was playing the character of Trixie, which is the lips in the beginning, and I could dress up as whatever I wanted. So having the one job in the cast where I got to look different every month and do whatever I wanted, that was nice. And then I went out when I was 21 years old. I went out on my birthday to see Bibi Zahara Benet at the club La Cage in Milwaukee, and I went out in drag. And one of the drag queens, Wendy Breeze, came up to me and was like, "We have a show Wednesday. If you've never performed here, but we'll give you a shot. It's not paid, but we'll let you do 2 numbers. And then if you do a good job, we could book you regularly." So like that opened just someone coming up to me on my 21st birthday and being like, "We'll let you do a show for free." And I was like, "You will." So just being thrown a bone was nice, really nice.
That's amazing. Okay, so the time is over. I don't want you to, stick around.
We'll have time for one more.
Okay,
one more.
One more. Let's find a good one then. Do you want to choose the finale question, or do you want me to?
I just went on the couch. If anybody wants to get a picture of me on the couch. Yeah, let's see. What's a formative childhood memory of yours? My cousin, who lived in Milwaukee, my cousin Franny, she had a birthday party. She's a teenager. When I was like 5, she was like a teenager, right? She's older than me. She had a make your own pizza and Barbie themed party where everybody got to make personal pizzas with whatever they wanted on it. And then everybody, all her friends who were girls, they all brought their boxes and boxes of their own Barbie collections. And so I remember a living room and a dining room just full of cars and dolls and houses and clothes. And probably one of the only times in my life I think I was young and allowed to play with dolls like that. So that was a big, big, big deal to me. Like I remember making a pizza with like a smiley face on it and not even eating it because I wasn't even hungry because I was so obsessed with playing with these toys. So, I mean, I'll probably never forget that. I don't know why that was so big to me, but I mean, you have to, being that young and being surrounded by that many toys, that was a big deal.
That sounds like.
And also the first episode of SpongeBob, not to age myself, I remember the first day SpongeBob premiered, and I'd never seen a cartoon like that was so left field and so kind of like 60s and wacky, and it just blew my mind, and I loved SpongeBob. But I remember the first episode, watching it I think it premiered at like 9 a.m. Central Time, and I remember watching it and being like, I'd never seen a cartoon that funny.
You should do a voiceover for SpongeBob. Also.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Guest star. I love SpongeBob.
You would fit right in with that. Like the aesthetic is completely Trixie.
I think so too. Yeah, there's some really great recurring background characters in that show that have like really chic 60s hair.
Yeah, they all do.
It's really, really cool.
It's super cool. So
well, thank you for having me. And this was a really fun show to do on the Hotel Hideaway app and everything. And thank you everybody in the room. I hope you get your little pictures with me. I'm on the couch.
Thank you so much for your time and everything. And the show was amazing. I know everybody is freaking out right now.
Thank you.
Amazing as always. And yeah, thank you so much. It was
of course. Nice. I hope everyone has a good night.
Yeah. Have a good day, night, whatever.